Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk about a few ideas. A lot of people be talking about how to be successful and how to make it to the top and things like that. But this time, I want to talk about those who think they're losers or they just don't want to be. They don't want to know. They don't know if they're losers or not. And you want to know if you're a loser or not. I've got a few signs that would help find out if you're a loser or not. If you're not, you can try to avoid to be a loser. Things like that. So one of the things, one of the first signals that shows that you might be a loser is when you sleep too much. That is, if you sleep more than average of 8 hours a day, more than 8 hours a day, that is a bad sign. So most successful people will sleep an average of 5 to 6 hours a day. So if you sleep more than 8 hours a day, that is one bad sign. Another sign is, this is again, every rule has an exception. We're talking here in general. Generally speaking, there's always exceptions to this rule. Most losers would go to bed late and wake up late. So that is not good, not healthy, and it's not productive. So if you want to be productive, you want to be energetic, you want to be successful, you have to go to bed early and wake up early. So you gotta take note of that. Another sign is daydreamers. Daydreaming. A lot of most losers daydream a lot. So they're wishful thinkers. They'll keep dreaming about things, about being successful, about being healthy, about being attractive, about a lot of things, not just success in life. So they'll be dreaming instead of doing or working hard towards their goals. They'll just be dreaming, and that's not good. That's very bad. Another sign is most losers have in common is they would have too many goals at once. So you can't do that. You can't have that, because if you want to make it to the top, you want to succeed in your life, you must have one goal at a time. Only one goal at a time. So we'll have one goal, work towards it, work hard, plan it, and try to achieve it. Once you achieve that goal, then you can switch to another goal. And then when you achieve the second goal, you go to the third one. That's how it goes on and on. But one at a time. Only one goal at a time. Very important. Extremely important. The other sign that most common losers have, that most losers have in common is they discuss people instead of discussing ideas. As they say, there's a saying big people discuss ideas and small people discuss people. So when you find yourself talking just about people, what they do, what they achieved, what they've done, what they're planning to do, so you're talking about people. That is a bad sign. You might be heading towards being a loser. So you don't want to do that. Try to avoid that. Think about ideas. You can discuss ideas. Because ideas can take you somewhere. Take you to somewhere. You can succeed actually once you come across a good idea that would work for you. A good idea for you could be bad idea for somebody else. But you personally, you think about your own experience, your own life, and you discuss ideas until you find the right idea that will make you successful. And another sign is that losers that will be talking too much, in fact talking more than they listen. So if you find yourself talking too much, more than you listen, that is a bad sign. And that is, when you talk, you're not learning, because you're only repeating what you already know. So what you want to do is talk less and listen more. That way you can learn more and you can achieve more by listening, just by listening more than talking too much. That way you give yourself a chance to learn by listening. So and the other thing as well is we have that most losers would do, they would postpone things. Now, you have to do something, say, next morning. You have to do it. But you don't do it. You say, well, I can't do it tomorrow. Let's wait until next week. Next week, let's wait until next week. Next week, the following week, you said next month. Maybe I'll do it next month. You keep postponing things. That is extremely hurtful. Bad sign. You got to do something, you might as well just do it. That's it. Get it over with. Don't wait, don't postpone, because it only delays your time. You waste your time. And instead of achieving things in a few months, it'll take you probably a few years. Probably you'll never achieve it if you keep postponing. That's not good. And another thing is, when a loser decides to do some kind of business or some kind of try to make some kind of decision, they would do it without any research, without doing any homework, without doing any asking people with experience or finding out the ins and outs of that business or that idea. Before you have to do some research. You have to do some homework. So you can't just jump into a business that you don't know anything about. You just heard about it. Just heard about some kind of business. You like the idea and you jump in. You can't do that. You gotta do your homework. You gotta do some research. You gotta study before you jump in. So that way you save time, you save money, you save energy, you save the stress. So all these things, by just doing a little homework, a little research ahead of time, could save you all this. So honestly, that's what I thought about these few things that would make up a loser. If you got I believe if you got more than 3 of those signs that I just talked about now, that you might as well be a loser. So you don't want to be a loser. So try to avoid these things. If you're not successful, at least you don't want to be a loser. So you just want to be something in between, somewhere in between. Not a loser. If not as successful, you'd be somewhere in between. So not bad. Like middle class, living life, comfortable life, and not having any regrets or any, people will put you down, and you'll feel good about yourself. So try to avoid these things. And that's it for now. I hope you like the video. If you have any comments or any suggestions that I should be talking about, please let me know. I'll be here all the time. Thank you.